Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails here with John G. Sutton. Right, a lot of people have been asking me about what it's like to work as a man in women's prisons, and I've only done it a couple of times. But I did about 3 weeks at Prison Styal in Cheshire when they were refurbishing the place, and I was in charge of the security detail there to ensure that the inmates were not approaching the workmen, that the workmen were not smuggling anything in, etc. So basically that was my interaction. But the inmates, the female inmates, were strange. I mean, I went into one area that was like the segregation unit when they were changing all the heating system there, and one of the inmates was in like an area with bars on, and she's waving this big. It looked like a big red dildo, but what it was carbolic soap that's they carved into the shape of a penis, and she's waving this at me like a club. I thought, yeah, I'm steering well clear of that. Also, when I was working at Style, the area gardener that cleaned up the areas, cleaned up the gardens all around the place, was the child killer Mary Bell, and she was had very short cropped hair and looked very very mannish. She looked as if she was switched over. Looked almost transgender type. I'm not sure if she's out now, Mary Bell, and she's set up her life, and I believe that she's got a proper life, which good that she's done that, rehabilitated. But they let Mary Bell out, but they won't let Charlie Boy out, will they? That's a disgrace. Somebody should take them to task on that. I mean, thank you all those who've signed the petition, but we aren't exactly making a great many waves with this at the moment. But it's down there. I'll put a link at the below. You can sign it if you would like. That's free Charlie Bronson. Free Charlie Bronson with a packet of Quaker Oats. Yeah, it's not right what's happening to him. It's a disgrace. It's not justice, that, and they know it. But the thing is, how can you rehabilitate Charlie Bronson on the block? Nobody gets rehabilitated on the block, on the segregation unit. What you do there is you get wound up, you get angry, you get abused, you get shouted at, you get locked up, locked up, locked up. That's what you get down there. Plenty of that. Plenty of chains and banging doors. It's a disgrace. Anyway, yeah, so people have asked me what it's like working at prisons. I went to HMP Holloway. I believe it's closed now. That was a female prison in London, and I was there producing a male prisoner from Wormwood Scrubs who was visiting his wife, who was a prisoner at HMP Holloway. So we got there about 11 o'clock in the morning, and the staff at Holloway said, well, we can't do this until this afternoon, so we'll be doing this about 1:30. So if you come back about 1:30, 2 o'clock, we'll do this visit then, and then you can have his visit and off you go, which is what we did. So they said in the meantime you can go into the officers club. It was a proper club like they had at all the prisons at that time, and it had a big bar. I can still see it now, a while ago. I can still see that bar, big bar, proper bar, selling beer and all what you'd expect, like a proper pub. So we went in there, me and my mate Paul, Paul C. I won't tell you your real name, but we went in there, and as usual, I just had a shandy or something like that, because I don't like drinking when I'm on duty, because you've got to be in control, and if you have too much fluid, then of course you've got problems as well, haven't you? But what I did do was bought Paul a pint. I believe we had a pasty as well, So we had like a standard little snack meal at the bar. Sat down, and we were talking to one of the female jailers there, and I said, who's that bloke over there? It was a very strange looking bloke in a dark suit with a tie on, you know, and really smartly dressed. She said, that's not a bloke. She said, that's one of the governors here. It's a lady. Whoa, didn't look like a lady to me. Very much, you know, a crossover. So at Holloway they had what I would say in those days, I mean we're going back quite a long time, but transgender it was, you know, she was definitely dressed as a man in a man's suit, yeah, with a shirt and tie on. Oh, absolutely. Anyway, my mate Paul, he said, I'm going to go and have a play on the one-armed bandit. But, you know, put sixpence in or something like that. No, this is like 10p, I think, because this was after decimalisation. Decimalisation was 1971, wasn't it? Anyway, yeah, so this was after decimalisation. They put in 10 pences in, you know. And I heard this bloody crash, bang, wallop, boom. All hell's breaking loose. Paul come running up. He said, we're out, get out, quick. So picked my copy of the Daily Telegraph up, left my half a pint of shandy on the table, and we went out. I said, what the hell's the matter? He said, I've just been attacked. What had happened was he'd been playing the one-armed bandit and dropped the jackpot, and this woman who'd been on the bandit on the machine before him came up and said, half of that's mine. She says, I was playing on that. She said, I went to get some change at the bar and you took over and you've dropped the jackpot. That jackpot's half of that's mine. He said, no it isn't. He said, if the machine's free and I put the money in, that's mine. Oh no, she said. And she hit my mate. Now Paul was a big 17 stone lad, you know. Big 6 foot 1 inch, 17 stone, solid as a rock, you know. She hit him, which was a big mistake, because Paul hit her back and flattened her. Boof! Yeah, down she went. There was only hell breaking loose, and that's when he came running across it like, get out of here. So that was my experience of female prison officers. Bloody dangerous. I ain't going in their club again. I wouldn't go in, no, dangerous. And they were strange, you know, because at the bar was standing, there were these female prison officers, dressed as prison officers, but with long blonde hair, looking like Hollywood models, you know, or the kind of things that you'd see on TV, you know, walking around parading with clothes and all that. And next to them, there were these great big butch jailers, women, you know, who looked more like blokes in skirts. Or some of them wore trousers, you know. And they were dressed up as prison officers, but they looked very butch. And believe this or not, some of them had tattoos on their hands, you know, along there, you know, like builders do, you know, love and hate and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a weird place. So if people want to know what it's like in a female jail, I'd say stay well away and imagine what it's like in a female jail, because that's all you really need to know. On another matter, that brilliant boxer from the 1970s, Ken Buchanan, has just died. He died on Saturday. He was brilliant, Ken Buchanan. I saw him many times boxing. I didn't see him live, but I saw him on TV and what have you. I remember him when he boxed Hands of Stone. That's Roberto Duran. And Roberto Duran kneed him in the bollocks and hit him on the head, and there was no way Roberto Duran was going to lose. And he went on to be a middleweight champion, didn't he? Ken Buchanan was lightweight. But he was brilliant, Ken Buchanan. God rest his soul. Happy guy. We're now going to have a song. Somewhere. There's a place for us. Somewhere a place for us. peace and quiet and an open air. Wait for us somewhere. There's a time for us someday. A time for us. Time together with time to spare. Time to learn. Time to care. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and a place for us. Hold my hand, we're halfway there. Hold my hand, and I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere. Someday, somewhere, we'll find a new way of living. We'll find a way of forgiving somewhere. There's a place for us, a time and a place for us. Hold my hand, we're halfway there. Hold my hand, I'll take you there. Somehow, someday, somewhere. There you go, somewhere. I'm sorry about that. We'll do the song dinger in reverse now. Song dinger in reverse. There you are. Sorry about that. Missed out. You missed your warning, eh? Caught Larry unawares there. Yeah, caught Larry by unawares. Yeah. Thanks for all your nice comments down here. It really is encouraging. See that people are reading what I write and doing all the rest of it. And don't forget to subscribe and get my book. Don't forget. It's there on Amazon. HMP Manchester Prison Officer. Selling millions, as it was in my dream last night. See you now.